Hi, Instagram. I told you guys I was gonna go live and share a little bit of my, I guess I'll show my face. Hi. And share a little bit of my root shadow technique slash color melt, just to kind of show how I typically do them. So I'm gonna do that now. This is what I'm using. So, hi everybody. I don't have much time. We're on a little bit of a time crunch. So any questions, please DM them to me and I'll be able to get back to them a little bit sooner. So this is what I'm gonna be using for my root shadow. So Schwarzkopf Igora Vibrance. I'm gonna be using about 15 grams of 5-1, 5 grams of 500, and 5 grams of 5-5. So this gold here is basically just gonna help to anchor the color a little bit. This is gonna give some extra depth and this is gonna give some control. I'll be doing that with 6 volume. And then on her ends, after the root shadow is processed for a little bit, I'm gonna be doing Vibrance as well, 95-1 with 13 volume. So let's get her going. I'm gonna hand it over. This is this morning's model. We haven't brushed her curls out yet, but this is the result of her root shadow. What do you think?
Amazing.
What do you think? So nice. Okay, she's my cameraman. We have twin number 2. So zoom in a little bit so you can see. So literally what I did, I went in and did a full head. Oh, I didn't know you could actually zoom on a live. That's so cool. I did a full head of slices right to the root, as you guys might have seen in my stories of assistant AJ that helped me out. So everything is right to the root. So what we want to do is maybe do about 1 inch of shadow just to start blending those lines back out and creating more of a rooted look. So for that I used Schwarzkopf Blonde Me 7 vol, 7 plus 20 vol, 20 vol, 20 plus 30 vol, and then 30 volume for her last sections. Only pulling through on like brown areas because she was already previously highlighted. So let's get her going. Okay, so this is the comb that I'm using. It's the YS Parks, I don't know the actual name. It's the half comb, half brush is what I call it. And I find that this really helps to blend while I'm like, I just don't have to carry more tools, which is great. So if you can't hear me at any point, please let me know because I'm the worst at like verbalizing with that. So come in like a little closer so you can see. No, don't zoom, just like come maybe from this angle. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna detail the hairline. And I'm doing almost hard pressure and a flick. So then I'm gonna take a diagonal section, comb it down. I'm gonna go the opposite way. Comb it, comb it. I guess if there's any questions like right now, I can answer them because Alexia can read them to me, but I won't have time to do like questions afterwards. So if you have any questions, let me know. What? What'd you say over there? Oh, you weren't talking to me, okay. And I'm kind of doing diagonal sections just to help with the blend. And I'm going ever so slightly further down where the back is and then a little bit less coming towards the front. Just that way it's more of like a drop root, teardrop type shape in the very end. And I'm giving this like a good press. I'm almost like completely on, well, I am completely on the head and then a pull.
You're like elbow.
What? My elbow's in the way?
Yeah.
My arm gets so tired doing this, I gotta be honest.
I can imagine.
We've been foiling since 10 o'clock this morning. For the both of them, not just one. Is there questions at all?
Royal Hair Co. said, how do you shadow root when you're trying to cover gray? I've only ever smudged with Demi.
So something like that, especially if you are deciding that like, yes, you want 100% gray coverage rather than gray blending, I would actually do it in 2 steps. So I would either, more than likely, I would, okay, there's like a couple ways you could approach this. So I would probably start by doing like the highlights first, or doing the root first, whatever is easiest for you. And then washing that out and then doing the other process, if that kind of makes sense. That way you get your full 100% gray coverage, and then you can kind of melt it through after. Otherwise, I just find that like, you could shadow root, like you could, if you wanted to do the highlights and the gray coverage in one, you could like put your roots on, do highlights all the way up to the root, and then wash everything at the same time. I'm gonna switch sides, actually. I'm just gonna go around here. Okay, I'm gonna spin you a little bit. You can actually stay, yeah. I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, once you rinse out the root color and the highlights, then you can put a shadow root in. So like pretty much as if the root color wasn't even there. Stuff out of the way. I hope that answers your question. I don't really know if it does. If you need more clarification, just DM me. What?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to see me root shadow the whole thing, or do you want to like finish and then I'll just show you the end result? Type yes if you want to watch the whole thing.
Sierra said thumbs up, and Steph said this is relaxing to watch. I'm enjoying
Yes.
it. And then Sierra said me too.
All right, friends. All
Whole
down.
thing.
Whole thing? Okay, cool. We'll do the whole thing. I gotta do it anyway, so.
Another thumbs up, Janelle Berry.
Sweet.
I think
What?
someone from Brazil.
Oh, cool.
Do Brazil.
And notice how I comb the hair before? Is AJ
He's on.
just watching?
No, someone.
Huh?
I don't know what that is. Someone said something in like, I guess.
Oh.
And stuff's like, read it. It's like in Brazil.
We need Google Translate.
It's like whatever. Brazilian.
Notice how I'm combing before and after I apply it in order to groom the hair. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Just, rip some out. Groom the hair and then blend it through. This comb is really, really good for blending. Groom the hair.
Someone said you do amazing work. Can't wait to come see you.
Thank you. Can't wait either. Remember who is.
Honeybee Mel. Someone said, how much gold is in your ends formula? Laughing face and then a star.
Caitlin, hair by KW.
KW hair, yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant. None is in my ends formula. Not today. She has gold in her ends. Okay, flip to the mirror for me, please. Like face mirror. Sorry, my hands are dirty and I don't want dirty chair. So come in on the top. I'm gonna just do a quick little tap on the top first before I start going through the sides. That way it has a little bit of extra time to deposit up there. And I'm gonna make sure her hairline is like primarily sectioned out also. Sorry.
Real Eric Vaughn said, what are you using right now, babe? You're killing it.
Hi, Eric. Like product-wise, I guess he's saying. So I'm using on the root, I'm doing Schwarzkopf Vibrance, 5 grams of 5-5, 5 grams of 5-00. I'll do this side first. and 15 grams of 5-1 with 6 volume. Really just think about that for a second. And I'm gonna start doing like a slight diagonal at the side as well, just for some softness. That way you don't have to try to like blend it completely horizontal, because diagonal lines always help maintain softness.
KW Hair said, how long will you let it process?
For root, I'm probably gonna let process 15 to 20 minutes, I would say. I don't want to see like a ton of reflection all the way through, but I also don't want it to be like so dark that it looks like we didn't do anything up there either. She's a natural like 5'6"-ish. I know some people will hate me for like saying she's 2 levels, but I can never really decide. In the summer she's more of a 6, I guess, but I'm choosing to use 5 just because her hair is damp and I really want that extra depth in there, whereas if I was using a level 6, I might have to like leave it on a little bit longer, or I might not get as much depth as I want, but I know it's not necessarily gonna like alter her natural to the point where we're gonna end up with a demarcation line in the long run. Okay, flip and face the window.
Someone said, did you used to tease light hair, or have you always done highlights and smudge?
I would say like 95% of the time I do teasy lights. The reason I chose this is because like they want to be super, super blonde, and I find that with teasy lights I just can't get as high to the root as I want to. Like kind of no matter what I try to do, I find that I always want it just a little bit higher to the root. So it's actually my first time doing it on these twins today. So usually I do teasy lights on both of them, and today they both got highlighted instead, because if they're twins we may as well keep it the same. Their hair is like, the texture is different, but the color is very similar, so their end goal is very similar as well. If you actually like, I don't know if whoever asked that, they caught the beginning of the video, but when I showed Alexia, my cameraman's result, this is the same technique that I did. So if you, once the live video is over, if you go back and like re-watch it quickly, it's like within the first like 4 minutes, I would say, you can find what hers looks like after this technique. Doing relatively the same thing, different formula, but pretty close.
KW Hair said, next time I come on here, I expect to see Alex work and that hair also. His assistant skills were on fire.
Oh, he's coming in hot. Just give it like a solid 4 minutes and he's gonna be doing some assisting while I pull through her ends. Ain't that right, babe? See that speed. He was actually a very good assistant. We banged out this application in like an hour and 5 minutes, which is like, that's actually record breaking for me. Okay, so now I'm just going to come around. Oh, I'm gonna color her ear.
Steph, whose hair took longer, Lex or Steph or Cass?
Holy, I think I foiled Alexia into another dimension. Like I literally foiled her forever. Okay, so now detailing around the front. I'm just gonna use my regular brush because I really only want the tiniest tap. And then I'm gonna use, this is a from our brush. And then I'm gonna use the YS Parks comb brush afterwards. I'm just taking like really tiny sections just because I wanna like You can see how that'll, my nails are atrocious, really sorry, but you can see how that'll just like slightly smudge it out. I'm doing the front hairline last because I want that to be the brightest overall.
Bond girl hair waved.
Hi. Okay, flip the other way. Like all the way. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
KW hair said, do you ever go in with a lighter formula around the hairline?
Yes. But in this situation, I want it to be like, I just want to make sure there's like literally no foil lines left, especially if she's going to wear her like hair up a lot for sports and such. So, but sometimes I do, yeah. I know you do, that's why you're asking, it's a trick question. Through on the hairline, I always like to give it one last little tap, just because the teeth on the comb are pretty wide, so I just want to make sure that it actually like all gets through. Okie doke, flip forwards for me. Perfect. So
KW hair said, okay, I'm done spamming you with questions. Love you. We must meet up soon, lovely.
We will, we will. Thanks for watching. So I'm gonna get my lovely assistant in like a second. That's you. I need you. I do need you. So I'm just mixing my bowl for her ends. Choosing 95-1, just that way she gets more of like a neutral to cool end result. I'm not gonna leave it on too long, so I don't want it to end up appearing like a dark kind of blonde. I just want it to be like really nice and bright. I'm actually gonna let the root sit for a little while longer. Do you guys want to see me pull through the ends? Yes, if you want to see me pull through the ends, because I'm just gonna have to stand here.
No one said anything yet.
No one loves me.
Steph said yes.
Steph said yeah. Well, Steph.
Honeybee Mel said yes. Cross girl, love Shrek face. Joe Claire, yes.
Joe Claire.
There's a lot of yeses.
Okay, I'll wait.
Thumbs
for
up.
For the people, I'll do it. So how's everybody's Sunday going? Does it look lovely like it does out here? It's not very nice weather here today. It's very windy. People are blown over left, right, and center. I'm just kidding. It doesn't actually look that windy. But I've also been inside for the last decade, it feels like. Okay, we'll go slow and steady. Okay, so
I don't know, I asked them what time it was. Okay, 4:17.
Okay.
It's okay.
You'll be able to finish this and then. Okay, AJ. So
Where do you need me?
Lex may be standing between the two of us, and then AJ standing right here. AJ's my assistant. So if you don't have an assistant, which I don't normally, I'm actually really abusing this privilege. I would probably put a really small like strip of foil up here and just clip this as I go. Obviously I don't want to clip this blonde to this root shadow or you're going to get splotchy splotchertons. So I would just like gently twist it and like clip it to a foil. You also don't want your foil to be like large enough for moving around that it's going to smudge the root shadow because this is obviously strategically placed as well. So assistant works best. Please hold. So I'm going to now get my Tangle Teaser and I'm going to brush, lay, grab my ends formula, and I'm actually going to apply it right, like you don't have to go from the root, but definitely over top of where my other formula was. I'm going to work to end. Next. A lot of the blending of the root shadow is going to be done as you're brushing this through. Because I find the Tangle Teaser, like unless you're brushing really aggressively, it doesn't actually drag the color down. It just kind of softens the line. As well as the YS parts. I know Fermar has a comb similar to that called the Emperor brush, Emperor comb, something like that. So you could use that as well. And that helps with the initial blending. Brush. And same thing, I'm gonna leave her hairline out until very last. Also because her hairline is like pretty much dry right now. Because her hair dries in like 13 seconds. So I don't want that to absorb the color faster. Make sure that like if you are taking a section that's this wide that it's fully saturated on both sides. Face the sinks. Maybe a little less. Yeah, that's good. Honestly, we can do just the same thing with it. Yeah, that works. If I was using a level any darker than 5, I would. Whoa! I would most likely be wearing gloves. I probably should be wearing gloves right now, but I like to feel if it's saturated, so. So, what time is it in the chart?
No problem.
So you just have to be mindful that the other side has already been sitting on, so those ends have already been processing. I'm just going to grab hairline, apply right. Oh, slippery hairline you got there. Brush it through. Push it through. to the mirror for me. And you can kind of see, come zoom in, how that's processing. So I'm going to let this process. I'm just going to process the rest visually, just to make sure that the ends don't go too dark. I'll probably end up rinsing this side a little sooner than this side, just because these ends were on a little bit longer. And then I'll do a story to show you the end result and just kind of show you how the blend looks from the beginning of the video, where you saw that she was like fully highlighted, to the end. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please DM me. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye.